Hi, I'm Lori with Cowtown Colorworks, otherwise known as My Cat Pearl on Instagram and Ravelry, and also Cowtown Colorworks on Instagram. If you're on, follow me. It's fun. I follow you back, and I love to post pictures. I won't lie, mostly of my cat, but that's just kind of where I am in life. It is episode 13, December 13th. Maybe I should play the lottery. And I have absolutely no knitting since the last episode, which I did on Thanksgiving. A lot of adjacent craft projects, but just really no knitting per se, because I tried to finish the Darjeeling for the Grinch, but that didn't quite happen. I just got busy, work, mom, overtime, life. It happens to us all. Holidays coming, just trying to finish everything up. So I did not get any, and have not got any knitting done. Literally, even at work, my lunch knitting, I've been going out and running errands. End of the year crunch is going on at the office. I'm overtime, busy. So I've got nothing, but I do have stuff to show you. Some really fun crafting stuff that I have been doing for gifts. Some gifts that I've received, and some stuff I might have bought myself, because that's how I roll. So we'll just get into my personal favorite item. Now, this is from my friend Tammy. She's the Crochet Diva on Etsy, and she crochets and sells items. And I saw this pattern on Facebook, and I tagged her, and I said, this needs to happen. They're cat butt coasters. I'm sure you've all seen them. Freaking adorable. And I have a black and white cat. I'm sure his picture, and I can put his picture up because I have a really cute Christmas picture of him under my tree. So I asked her for black and white, so those will match my Wellington. So she made me 3 of each, and I took 2 to work because who doesn't need cat butt coasters at their desk? And these are made out of, probably, if I had to guess, I would say that sugars and cream cotton. So I can launder them, block them out. They're really actually very nice. They're absorbent. So if I have a cup that's sweaty on my desk, anywhere I'm at, I think I have a coaster thing, but I don't like watery stuff on my wood. So I love them. And I know she'll make them. If anybody else wants them, just email her on their Crochet Diva at Etsy. And I know I had a friend of mine on Facebook saw them and has already ordered a set from her. So she'll whip them up for you. Love them. I forgot to show them last time, so I'm going to make sure I got them out because they're so stinking adorable. Especially if you're a crazy cat person. Clearly I am. The other thing that I bought, be prepared to be jealous, because they're pretty darn fabulous. I was shopping at Kohl's. I'm not sure if you have a Kohl's where you are. I'm in Ohio. We have Kohl's. It's a U.S. store, I'm pretty sure. But I do know they deliver. So if you want these and you want to order them, you can make it happen. These might be alpaca flannel pajama pants. They could be llamas, but I'm going to go with alpaca because I just want to believe that's what they are. And it's showing up very red, but they're pink and like a turquoisey little blankets that they're wearing. It's a 3-piece set. It comes with flannel shorts and a shirt in this corally color. And this is really a corally pink color. And it's a gray background. And they're super soft flannel. I actually have them down in my craft space because I need to hem them. I'm a weird shape, apparently. I can never wear sets. So I just wanted them, so I bought the whole set. I will gift somebody the shirt and shirt. Probably wouldn't keep the shorts because they're kind of like those. I think they're juniors, so they're like the short shorts. I don't ever need to wear short shorts in my life. It's just that ship has sailed. It's not ever coming back. They need to go away, so I'll give them my nieces or my niece's roommate. I bet would enjoy them. But I have washed them. I got my mom a set too, so I'm going to hem them for us tonight. Because it's 73 degrees today. on December 13th in Columbus, Ohio. And I try not to complain about the weather. I do. I try not to because, you know, it is what it is. There's not really I can do about it. However, my allergies are so angry right now because it just will not, it won't simmer down. Like, I just need to either be warm or be cold. I don't have like food allergies. I'm allergic to cats. I'm allergic to dogs. I had this whole battery of allergy tests. I don't even know if it's called allergic. I am reactive to the barometric pressure of all things. So all these highs, these lows that come through, sinuses go crazy. Yeah, I know when it's going to rain. I'm one of those crazy people that can tell you the moment the rain starts to fall, because then usually the pressure has released and my headache will, like, Shazam, gone. It's crazy. But so I'm suffering with seasonal allergies right now in the middle of December. Who knew that was a thing? But it is in my life. So again, it is what it is, but I'm living on Sudafed and ibuprofen for the sinus headache of my life. But, you know, whatever. I like to pretend it's winter. Oh, that was another coaster attached to my cup. I really want my fireplace on, but I have to wait. It's at 70 degrees, not having a fire in my house. But I've been burning candles like a mad woman, so I pretend that it's, you know, it's a thing. Before I get onto my crafting stuff, though, I did want to mention I'm not on iTunes right now. I think I'm going to cancel that. It's, you know, it's pretty costly to maintain this website that I can export to iTunes. And I'm really not seeing a big influx of people watching it. I'm still going to be on iTunes. You know, the new year's coming. I'm just trying to kind of streamline my expenses. If the store picks up, and I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I'm selling bags, but if I start selling more consistently, then I will think about picking it back up with iTunes. But it's, you know, it's $30 a month, and I can only upload 2 podcasts of 30 minutes-ish, and I run out of space. And I feel like that's just, you know, there's times where I wanted to do maybe a bonus a month or maybe go weekly, you know, once I start picking up my knitting again, which will happen after the first of the year. And I feel like I can't because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to spend more just to be on iTunes, to say I'm on iTunes. So I feel like I'm just going to stay on YouTube for now. I think I've suspended my membership on Lisbon, and I will, you know, potentially look into some other options maybe that aren't quite as costly, but we'll see. So for now, YouTube it is. It's free. I can upload as much as I want, pretty much as long of a episode as I want. Better quality. You know, I've been saving down my episodes to try to squeeze them into as small megabytes as possible, and it's just not working. So anyway, I decided to do that. And I'm still going to be on Ravelry, although I haven't been really keeping up with the blog too much. Again, I just work is busy, life is busy, so like everybody else. So I think it's just for now, it's going to be, I'll be on Ravelry, I'll be on Instagram and YouTube, and then here, you can see my lovely face and my crazy hair today. I just got back from my part-time job. I work at the Ohio State University, the Schottenstein Center it's called. It's where the men's basketball, women's basketball, men's hockey play. And there's concerts. Last night I worked Zach Brown. I really hadn't heard of him before, but he busted out Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, and I was all over it. And he's country, I think. I think that's where his genre would fall. It's under country. But I feel like there was some Jimmy Buffett vibe going on. It was really good. Check them out. I enjoyed it. I'm an usher, part-time, a couple times a month. I go in. Trust me, I'm not going to get rich doing it, but it's fun to see the men's basketball team play, get to see concerts. I'm going to work the Trans-Siberian Orchestra after Christmas. Excuse me, and that'll be fun. So it's exciting and gets you out of the house, gets you to do a little extra something. And a little bit of spending money. I like to call it my yarn money Usually that's what I use it for, is yarn. Okay. Sorry about that. I forgot. I wanted you to at the beginning, but I didn't quite get there. And if you're catching my podcast and you're looking for some prizes for your podcast or your group, I definitely would send out some bags that I've made. Right now, my shop mostly just has holiday bags in it, although I did get some new fabric. Did I move it away? Oh, it's way, way, way over there. To make some newer bags, some different bags for after the first of the year. But right now what's on there is some Grinch, some Whoville, just holiday mostly. And I found some more of that. I have a yard of the Gone Fishing fabric that I had out there last summer that I had sent one of the bags to Little Bobbins and Danny on Little Bobbins Knits, I should say. I will put up a couple more of those bags. I think I can get 4 of the drawstring out of a yard, unless I choose to stretch it by using some other fabric. But anyway, so if you're wanting a prize for your show, for your shop, for your knit along, whatever, private message me and I will see what we can work out. Get you something out in the mail. I don't really have any good stash enhancements except for my December beanie bag came from Jimmy Bean's Wool. And this one on the back says property of. And it's in red, I'm assuming for the holiday. And it came with some fun stuff. The actual patterns this month, or some patterns that came, are some wine bottle koozie type things. I think they're more for like gifting. But this is the Pico Trellis bottle cozy. And then there's a chevron bottle cozy with little hats. I think that's adorable. And then there's something on here, and I think it might be another bottle cozy. Oh, it's chevron wine cozy and wine gnome. It's supposed to be a gnome. Super cute. So those 2 patterns came in it. An advertisement for Martin's Story Knit Along 2016. It's going to be an Afghan, apparently. And it is 8 squares repeated 6 times for a total of 48 squares. I'm reading that literally right off the back. So, and then the little card that comes every month with it. And on the back, it tells you what the yarn is. You know, weight, what it's made out. Is it superwash? Is it hand dyed or is it machine dyed? Because some of it is commercial. What is the price? And the approximate yardage per skein. And this month is all worsted weight. And my personal favorite, oh my goodness, I love this, is Matosh Vintage. And this is in the, I just looked it up, calligraphy colorway. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you a good look at this yarn. It's like pinks and gray, and it might come home with me. It would make a beautiful sweater. And it's so squishy, squishy, squishy. I love it. And then there's Lorna's Lace. And I don't know, I haven't opened up all of these to see what they are, but there's a gray, a light gray, and then there's a darker, oops, everything's coming apart on me here. A darker gray. And then a cream colored. That one's really soft too. Maybe back here, maybe. And then another, well, this is a gray and a purple. What is this one? This is fun. And they have these little, oh, this is the Lorna's Lace. Lorna's Lace's Shepherd worsted in the dusk colorway. And it's a purple and gray. Oh, so pretty. I mean, they're just adorable little mini skeins. I'm not even sure they would be classified as a mini skein, or just a few yards or ounces each, I suppose. But they're a nice little sample, and I think, I would put all those together, make something fun. I don't know. We'll see. I bet that's what these patterns are. I think they are. Yeah. You can make the koozies, the wine bottle koozies, if you wanted to, or really, anything with a small amount of yarn. And then there's, just as an example, the Madeline Tosh Vintage, and the calligraphy is 200 yards, $22 a skein. There's a Plymouth, which if I had to guess, I would say this light gray is a Plymouth. It's a little rough. Maybe it's the Rowan. I'm not really sure. But anyway, it's $15, 218 yards. So they're about from between 200 and 225 yards per skein, and really run from $9, I guess, up to $22 for this month. I'm gonna try knitting with them, just maybe some little ornaments, even just kind of get the feel. And then my yarn was hand wound by Cameron. Thanks, Cameron. I love it. It came with 2, and I had to look up what these things are. Apparently, they're pom-pom makers of some sort. What are you doing, Kat? I know the red, they come apart, and I think you make pom-poms out of them. I've got the clover set, so I may gift these to my niece, see if she wants them. We can learn how to make pom-poms if she's here for a weekend, and then send her home with them, because I don't have a need for them. I got a sample of soap, and this is Celebration Good Clean Fun. So I'm kind of excited to try a different scent. The last one I got was just, there was no smell. It was fragrance free. And then a thank you from Unravel Designs and Yarn, a 50% off one pattern on Ravelry. So that's pretty fun. I don't know when it expires. Oh, end of the year, so I need to be using that. So that was fun. I mean, it was exciting, and then we got an extra sample this month, so it's nice, little bulky. I need to start doing something with all these little fun little nuggets that are coming to me in my bags. I need to figure out, I think these would be great little Notions bags. I don't know, pencil bags even, because I've totally been into coloring. The adult coloring books. I love them. So I went to a holiday party at my friend's house up in Akron. I got to go see them. And we decided it was going to be a pajama party. Because we're old. I mean, I'm 45 this year. I'm old. I feel old. We're not drinkers, we're just fun. We like to have fun. So we were doing, we're going to play some cards. And then we all wore our pajamas. And we just had like a potluck. Everybody brought something. I went up early and I was coloring. I got a couple of those adult coloring books, the Christmas ones. Oh, I love them. They're very meditative to me. When I can't knit or I just don't have knit brain right now. I'm just kind of on overload. I'll sit upstairs in my room and nice quiet, maybe turn on my other obsession, which is the cooking channel, and watch some cooking shows, or listen actually, because I'm coloring, and just kind of mellow out and chill, and it's just very meditative, and I love it. I got 2 Christmas ones, and then I just got in the mail from my friends in Akron, because I was bad, and we said we weren't going to do gifts, and then I did, and I'm bad. I need to stop doing that, but I just love giving my friends presents and whatever. So they sent me what's it called? The Enchanted Forest. There's castles in the coloring book. And everybody needs to color castles. And those wooden creatures, oh, I can't wait to start on it. But that's after the holidays. Right now I'm coloring Christmas trees. And they're very, adult coloring books. These are not the kids' ones, which I like coloring on those too. But those are more for crayons. You definitely need a pointier tip. I should have brought them down. But I will next time I podcast and show you them. I just enjoy it immensely. Excuse me. I got fiber flying down here again. My little, I guess I would call it my woman cave. I share it with the cat's kitty litter in the basement area. I've got a bathroom. It's a pretty large room, and I have it set up, a little relaxing area, but mostly I just craft down here. Speaking of, so because I haven't really been knitting, but I have been holiday crafting as gifts for friends and family and me. The one thing I did, and this kind of started my bad Lori giving presents when I said we weren't going to problem. Sarah and I, my niece, aka Cupcake, went to Ikea. I think everybody knows about Ikea. There's not one in Columbus currently. We will be getting one in 2017. I can't wait. So right now it's a 2-hour drive. If I go to Cincinnati, about 2.5 hours, or I can go to Pittsburgh, and that's about 3 hours. So definitely when you go to Ikea, you have to have a reason if you're going to invest 2 hours of your day there, 2 hours back, and then however many hours of shopping. But on this particular trip, my niece was already in Cincinnati with her girlfriend, so we all met up at Ikea, we shopped, and then, I came home and they came home. But what I bought in myriad of sizes, so this is the small size jar, and these are the, the jars with the locking lid and the rubber flange, and I feel like they're canning jars of some flavor. I don't can, so I'm not sure what they're actually called. Ooh. It's strong too. And they have the hinge on the back and the lid, and they're glass. So we decided we were going to make presents for our friends and family, but for their pets. Because we're all slightly pet obsessed around my world. And you really can't see it. Well, let's see if you can see it now. The little T on the front. This is for my sister-in-law, Ellen. Her cat's name is Tig. So I etched glass. And I put a little T on here. And then on the back, I don't know if you can see them, but they're little, let me find one. Here we go. They're little cats. I'm not sure if you're really seeing them, but there's little cats. The Halloween cats, I think, like they're all arched up, Anyway, so I have this size for the cats, and I made one for Wellington because he was my test jar. And then I had some larger, the next size up for my friends with medium-sized dogs, and then even a big one for my friends Jen and Terry. They have 2 big dogs. And then I etched them. And originally I was going to put the pets' names, but then I was like, well, they have multiple pets, blah, blah, blah. So I put Woof on one, and I put Bark on one, and I put Treats on one. And then this is just a T. Wellington, I did write out Wellington, and it became a little much. But what we did, or how you do it, I'll give you a little tutorial here, sort of. You have to wash your glass. You want to get any residue off, and then take rubbing alcohol. You really want to get as much oils. Sorry, I was seeing a reflection in the glass. As much oils off of this as you can, because it will hamper the etching cream from having contact with the glass. So you just do that. Then you need a couple of different things. I guess a couple of different ways you could do it. We used stamps. Why? We used stickers. So we bought letter stickers. Joanne, whatever. Put the letter stickers on, and then I took painter's tape and bordered off. You don't want a big border because you can't get really consistent coverage. But we bordered off for the bigger words around it. And then I took this product. I've used this in the past and I like it. It's called Armor Etch. Now this size bottle here is 10 ounces. And we used about, I'm going to put the lid on because it is an acid and it will burn your hands if you touch it, but it's about to here. So we used about this much of it, I would say. I'm guessing it was full up to here. And I myself did 2 small and 3 large. And Sarah, I think, did 5 or 6 jars as well. And there's plenty left for more projects. So it's called Armor Etch Glass Etching Cream. And I bought this. I know they sell it all over the place, but I got it at Joanne. And it wasn't on sale, so I used my 60% off coupon for it. So, it was definitely, sorry, there's like dried up stuff when I opened up the lid. And then I just used cheap paintbrushes. So you lay out your design, whatever you want your design. Now, this was a little difficult because the jars are round, so it's kind of hard to get a flat surface. But I used the painter's tape to mark it off. You paint it on, relatively thick coat, so you can opaque. And you can look through the back and see how much you have on there. Leave it for a few minutes. I left it for like 5 or 10 minutes. Came back and I just zhuzhed around with the paintbrush again to give it a more even coat. So I zhuzhed it a couple times just to make sure it had good adherence. And then when I thought I was done, I went in the bathroom and washed it off with soap and water and just let the glass dry. And, let me see if I can get a better look for you. Maybe if you see it to the side angle. It definitely is not, like bam, but it's very nice looking. And the bigger jars look better on it. So I used a couple techniques. This was just, I have a pretty large round hole punch, and this is it literally makes that size and that shape. So I took some glue painter's tape and I adhered it to just some good old Reynolds wax paper. I ripped off a piece, I laid it on the table, and then I did a couple layers of the wide blue painter's tape. And I took the punch and I punched through the painter's tape and through the wax paper, and I basically made myself stickers with this. But what I used was the reverse. So what was left around the edges, and I stuck it on here. So then I had a round relief. And then I put a T sticker in the middle, and then I painted around all of that. And then on the little cats, I had a small Halloween punch that was black cats. And I did the same thing, and I cut them out. I think I put polka dots on one, so I used the hole puncher. But you can use the polka dots, you can use in any combination. You can just tape it off and make stripes. You can do glass Christmas bulbs and then fill it with yarn even. I think that would be totally cute. Or fill it with crushed paper or, that paper confetti stuff or glitter or whatever. But the jars are always fun. And if you have somebody, with a pet, or you can make and fill it with treats. These are soft treats because her cat is older. My cat doesn't care for soft treats, so he got crunchy. And then everybody else, I just bought the medium-sized milk bones and filled all the jars with that. So it was really a lot of fun. And I really feel like with some punches and some creativity, you can stencil, you can free paint if you're that creative and chutzpah, because I was not free painting anything. My brand of crazy doesn't really allow for free painting. Because that's just way too out of my box. So I got those cheap too at Ikea. They were like $3.99 for the large ones, maybe $2.99 for that size. And then I got this size jar, which I need to peel the label off the back. I'm going to make my own homemade vanilla. And again, this is one of these jars that just has the little rubber flange and the lid on it. It's glass, again. And there's much more fancy ones out there, but for what I'm doing, I don't need fancy. And it snaps on. So for this project, this is going to be for me, and maybe I won't, it takes several months to make vanilla, so I can't even say that I could gift it. But what I need to do is see how long it's good for once you've made the vanilla, and maybe do a batch for me and then do another batch next year and put them in smaller jars like this and gift them to my baking friends with like some fun recipes and maybe some ingredients. But this is like the purest of the pure vanilla. It's vodka. So you buy a bottle of middle-of-the-road vodka. I'm not going to do bottom shelf, but I'm certainly not going to waste my money on high-end vodka either. I'm going to buy probably some Smirnoff. I think that's middle-of-the-road. Just plain vodka in here. And then you take vanilla beans. And these are grade A, I believe. Yes. Grade A Gourmet Madagascar. They're called a bourbon vanilla bean. I ordered them on Amazon, but I was in Costco the other day and they have them as well. But I will tell you, these look much, for lack of a better term, juicy. They're almost raisin-like. I mean, they're very moist. I know that's a gross word, but they're pretty decent size, so I can fit a whole one in the jar. And from what I've read, if you use small jars, so if you're going to say you're going to make like 10 small jars, you would cut them in half this way and then slice them down the middle. But because I'm making one large bottle, I'll just slice them down the middle and drop them in here and then flood the whole bottle with the vodka. All the little seeds are going to come out, and you sit in a dark closet for 2 months, and then once a week you just kind of go and give it a shake and get the sediment off the bottom. And from what I've read, and people have told me, you'll end up with this dark brown, rich, pure vanilla. I mean, there's nothing more pure than vodka and vanilla beans. I mean, that's there's no imitation here. I will probably remove the vanilla bean from the bottle and then filter it through a sieve just to get out any sediment and pour it back into the bottle and store it, in my closet like this. But I bake a lot during the year from January to August. I fundraise every Friday at my work for Pelotonia. That's the bike ride that I do. This year, I think they raised $21 million. I mean, it is one weekend. Every dime raised goes to the James Cancer Research Hospital here in Columbus. I think over the last 7 years, they've donated $110 million. I mean, crazy amounts of money. Local companies that are in Columbus, like The Limited is located here. Express, Victoria's Secret has their home office here. Bob Evans' home office is here. Huntington Bank, who I work for. Chase Bank is here. Cardinal Health is a big sponsor. So those companies sponsor Pelotonia, the company, their corporation. They give them X amount of dollars per year. AEP, I think, are a local electric company as well. But they give them their money to run their foundation. And then the money I raise by riding my bike, and I raise $1,250 minimum. That's how much I have to raise to ride. All of that 100% goes to the cancer hospital, and it funds cancer research, but it also gives scholarships to young scientists so they can further their education. So it gets spread out, of course, but it's a good thing. So anyway, I go through a lot of vanilla. I guess that was where I was going with that. I make homemade cupcakes and I bring them to work every Friday, and that, last year I raised $600 just doing that. So I'll use a lot of vanilla. So I'm going to make some vanilla, and I'm excited, and I've read about it, and I wanted to do it, and I saw the jar, and I'm like, let's just do it. So I got the jar, I ordered the vanilla beans, and they came really quickly, and these are from Vanilla Mart. I don't know what that is, but I don't know if I need all 10 of them. If I don't need all 10, which I'm going to have to read a couple recipes and determine, you can take a vanilla bean, slice it open. You can even take the seeds out and use it for some kind of baking. Put the husk. It's I don't know if you can see it in here, but it's a pod. I'm trying to squish it so you can see through the packaging. But it's a vanilla bean. It's like long, and it's a pod, and it's flexible. You cut it open, and there's all kinds of little black beans or seeds in the middle. You scrape those out, cook with them. This bean, you can stick it in a jar, like a glass jar like this, or in a container of sugar. Leave it for a couple days or however long, and it makes vanilla sugar. It's just vanilla flavored sugar. It's really kind of cool, and it uses up, obviously, what you would throw away. You can use it for other stuff too, but it's kind of interesting. So I thought that would be super fun. And then on Black Friday, I really only went to one store outside of my house. I shopped on my iPad. During the day I bought a few things and had it delivered. But I went to Joann because I needed to pick up a few things, and I found this. It's a Fiskars, another paper punch. And I'm not really into scrapbooking. But I love making labels. Like these kind of labels. And you can do other things, you know, besides gift labels. But they're perfect gift labels. But I might even make a tag and hang it on my vanilla. Or I could cut this out of the painter's tape and glass etch on it, but put a V in the middle for vanilla or vodka, I guess. But anyway, so it's a hole punch. It's a multi-process one, which I've never seen before. So you do the original punch on the bottom. I just used cardstock. And you get the shape, the outside shape, you know, of this label. And then turn it around. And if you stick, I won't do it since it already has them, but if you stick it here in the front, and then you punch, you know, you push the plunger down, you'll get the little hole. And this is cardstock, so it's pretty sturdy stuff. And I wouldn't use the grommets, but if I wanted more of a permanent thing, they have the little grommets, the little silver, you know, you snap the two together. And you put the pieces on the back side here. There's like a snap. So you put the grommet on it, and then you stick this down in there. And then you squeeze that side shut, and it attaches your grommet. So you would have a metal ring, you know, label that won't rip. Paper could rip. Now for gift, you know, gift giving purposes, hanging off of something like this bottle or whatever, I may not put the grommet on there. But if it's something that I want long-term use, I would put the grommet. Even price tags. Or I could use these with some stickers on my bags when they're delivered, you know, a nice thank you or something. I just thought it was a pretty neat idea. My niece had a Cricut, and she had it here for a little while, and this is really all I used it for. So I'm like, wow, it was regularly $29.99, I think, and it was 60% off, so I think I paid $11.99. And it is Fisker's brand, and it was just neat. And I love making personalized labels. So I thought that would be fun. I actually made with the Cricut machine some Santas, but I can, you know, do it without the Cricut. So that was fun. I was like, oh, I had such a good time doing, you know, other crafting stuff besides just knitting. I mean, and I enjoyed knitting, don't get me wrong. But I also love making things for my friends and family that, you know, necessarily may not want 10 knitted scarves or hats, but, you know, we thought that would be something fun. And then those that didn't have pets, I got a big mug that has a holiday design on it. I put a little mini nip of Amaretta di Serrona in it, a 1-pot bag of coffee. And this little small bag like that. Italian roast, I picked it up at World Market. It brews a 12-cup pot. You just dump the whole thing in there. And then I got some little Scottish or Italian cookies, and I put them in the mug and kind of wrapped them up. It's just, I mean, it was nothing major, but it was just like, hey, I love you, I miss you, Merry Christmas, you know. So that was done. Next up I did the Grinch. Oh, I love the Grinch. It was great. If you have a chance to see the Broadway show, then I know it's traveling across the country right now, and you have some little ones, oh, I would so do it. The Grinch that we had, I think there's many casts that travel through, but our Grinch, he was definitely portrayed more the Jim Carrey Grinch opposed to the cartoon Grinch, but the story followed the cartoon in the book more so than the Jim Carrey version. But the Grinch himself was more of the character from Jim Carrey, and then it was told from the dog's perspective, an old dog and a young dog. And it was kind of interesting. The older dog, you know, that the Grinch has, I can't remember his name, told the story. It was just interesting. It was fun. There was sing along. The kids had a good time. We came back. We ordered pizza. It was funny because I'm like, we can go anywhere you want for dinner. It's your Christmas present. Where do you want? They wanted Little Caesars. So I picked up Little Caesars on the way home. It was pretty cool out, so we lit a fire. We laid on my living room floor, played Parcheesi, and we had the Jim Carrey version of The Grinch on TV. And we just had a wonderful evening, and it was a great Christmas present. And I loved being able to give them the gift of something cultural or experience, I suppose, opposed to a tangible gift that, kids get so overwhelmed at the holidays, and their parents don't want more stuff in their house, and how many things can these kids play with? It would just become stressful trying to decide on a present, So I'm so happy that they're at the age where I can gift them experiences around the holidays opposed to toys, which I'm sure they still like toys, but they had a good time with their cousin, and we had a good time with them. And then we're going to their house next Sunday, a week from today, to decorate gingerbread houses with them. So we've not done that before, and we thought that would be something super fun to do just for the afternoon. And they sell pre-made ones now. Like, part of the drawback I feel like I have always had to doing the gingerbread house was you had to put them together and hope they stayed together. So I think Debbie got some too, some pre-built. They're just glued together already in the box. Wilton, I think, puts them out. And then they have some candy in there, and I'll go buy some more. And so all we'll have to do is decorate them. They don't necessarily have to build them and then wait for the glue royal icing to dry. I'll make some extra royal icing if they want to frost the roof or make some snow hills or whatever, like that. So that was exciting. Other than that, I've just kind of been working, and I've got a whole stack of presents over here that need to be wrapped. Get under the tree about the end of my wrapping. I've got a couple of project bags I need to make. One to ship off to a friend of mine for her to gift to somebody. And then one is a gift that I'm giving to somebody, and one is for me. Other than that, I'm not even updating the shop until after the first of the year. I just need a little bit of a break. But I'll be back maybe next week. If I have some knitting done and something to talk about, I'll be back. If not, it'll be 2 weeks. If I don't see you before Christmas, happy holidays. Hope if you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. And have a great day. Bye.